Is there a cure for sleep apnea? I hope so. I've been looking for one for quite a few years. Most of the time, the things I've found have been palliatives that ease the condition without any real hope of permanently solving it. So I'm still tied to that awful CPAP machine. If you've never used one of those, you have to strap a mask to your face. It's got to be strapped on tight, and it puts pressurised and moist air into you. The pressurisation is to prevent your airways from collapsing. The air is moist so it doesn't get ruddy uncomfortable. But there are some nights when that machine just doesn't let you sleep. You have a long hose, so you're linked to a machine. The hose is not long enough, in my opinion, and you sleep in one almost preset position. If a hose gets jarred, pulled, or you touch a mask, you can dislodge it just enough so a hot, damp blade of air shoots out the edge of the mask straight into your eyes, and that will wake you up every time. Even though the air is moist, your mouth dries out. You get horrendously dry throats, and that can wake you up. The position that you're forced to sleep in becomes uncomfortable. And that wakes you up. So on a good night, the CPAP machines are wonderful. You sleep well, and you can put your problems behind you. On other nights, they're an instrument of torture. Also, on the front of the mask, there's an exhaust pipe for when you breathe out, and the excess air also comes out of this port, and it can blow straight into your partner's face, and it causes arguments at times. Your machine might make you sleep, but it can be the devil for somebody else. Just to let you know, I really, absolutely and utterly hate making videos. I'm a bit of an introvert and hate going out onto a stage. It's just who I am, but I feel the whole subject of sleep apnea is so important that I have to share my experience with you. I just can't ignore it. Now, as you can tell, I'm getting a little bit older, and my sleep apnea gets worse because of age. My muscle tone is getting worse. I'm probably a bit flabbier than I was, and I never was an Adonis, to be frank. I'm just kind of your everyday ordinary guy as far as looks and fitness is concerned. But as you know, sleep apnea is normally caused in obstructive sleep apnea, which most of us have, is when the soft tissues in the throat collapse, blocking the airways. The machine forces air past that blockage, helping you to breathe. And I said, it's a palliative, it's not a cure. And if, like me, you suffer from something like asthma, which reduces your breathing anyway, you get to this horrible situation where you're not getting good night's sleep, your breathing is congested anyway, so your blood oxygen levels are down, so you suffer from daytime tiredness. Some mornings you wake up with what feels like a hangover, but you keep going, you do what you do. It's not easy, but you try. However, I've recommended to try exercises to strengthen my throat and my neck area. If the tissues are more toned, they're less prone to collapse. Now, they work. There are months where I don't have to use the CPAP machine now. It only really comes out and annoys the hell out of me at times when the allergens that I respond to are in the air. At the moment, it's autumn and some absolute and utter tow rag lit a bonfire to burn their leaves. All those tree allergens are in the air again and my asthma triggers. To add to my joy, I've got builders in, so I've got dust. But that's by the by. As I said, the exercises do seem to work. And if you are interested, there's a link in the description. I highly recommend you actually look into them. If they don't work for you, nothing's lost. If they do work for you, perhaps you can have a better night's sleep. Anyway, sleep well. I'm going to go back to bed and read in the hope that I have some, at least, rest. Click the link if you're interested in the exercises. I hope all of you sleep well.